Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? It's Gruffy. Welcome back to another video. First off, I wanted to say thank you guys so much for all of your support for my last video. As you guys know, that was the first video I ever made, first video I ever edited, and I had to basically learn editing and everything by myself. So I was really happy with its success. Was not expecting, you know, even 1,000 views, and somehow it made it over 10K. So anyways, I want to thank you guys so much. Also, one more thing before we get started. You guys can still follow me at Twitch at OScruffyTV, but I am leaning towards now streaming on YouTube as well, after I learned that, you know, a lot of people in the world and a lot of different countries can't access or don't have access to Twitch, but they still have access to YouTube. So yeah, I might start streaming on YouTube instead. So if you want to subscribe, you know, have your notifications on, so when I'm live on YouTube, you guys can come, chill, hang out with me on stream. Today we'll be going over some exciting stuff when it comes to Excavation and Lost Ark. Now, we'll go over the basics for Excavation as well as breaking down the Excavation skills. And after that, we'll get to the fun part, which everyone's waiting for, and that's going to be the potential gold, the money. Okay, so Excavation and Lost Ark, put simply, is digging for treasure, right? So what you want to do first is activate the sonar ability, which I have is S, right? So here's my sonar, and this little thing, this little symbol above your head, that acts like a proximity radar, and it beeps when you enter the range of the spot that you want to dig, and the closer you get to that spot, the more it beeps, right? So I'm going to go further, and it starts to beep less. And I get closer and closer, and it starts to beep even more until it turns this dark blue, and it beeps very quickly. So when you get to that spot, you want to activate Relic Search, right? So here's my search for the relic, and then the relic appears. This skill's only use is to unhide the spot where the relic is so you can actually dig it, right? But be careful when you're digging near mobs, because then you want to make sure that you have a tool, right, with super armor while digging, to make sure that when the mobs hit you, you don't actually get off the relic, or else you'd have to activate the search all over again. It's like on a mini time limit here. So until you hit level 10 Excavation, it's pretty simple, right? So let's put this on. I'm gonna activate my sonar, then Relic Search. It's right here, and I'm just gonna dig it. Cool. So until you hit level 10, it's literally that easy. Once you reach level 10, you unlock the skill Loot Hunter. Okay? Loot Hunter gives you a chance of getting a relic chest to appear after you excavate a relic. Now, this is where the money is, because these chests are where you have a chance of getting the more expensive things, like expert and master craft kits, as well as getting honing upgrade materials, being like solar graces, blessings, protections. So always keep your eye out for a chest popping up in the spot you just finished digging. Alright, so here's an example of what it looks like when I spoke earlier about the relic chest appearing after Excavation. So all you have to do is dig for the relic, and then you loot the chest. So these chests have a chance of dropping crafting kits, and they can range from apprentice all the way to master, or the relic ones, which are worth some pretty serious money. Okay, so I want to reiterate how important this part is, and make sure you guys fully understand it and it's abundantly clear, so we will replay it frame by frame. Alright, so as you can see, as soon as I finish getting this relic, right, I start to walk away towards the next relic spawn, obviously, that I want to go and excavate, but then I see this yellow spot appear. It's like a yellow circle exactly where I just finished excavating, right? And that right there is the indicator telling you that a relic chest is about to appear. It's telling you to stick around for a few seconds. So I start walking back towards it because I'm expecting that chest to pop up. And then obviously I go and gather it. And this is how you maximize your potential gold gain from Excavation, from these chests and from the craftable Excavation maps, because those Excavation maps guarantee that there's a chest inside. At level 20, skill level 20, you unlock the Excavation skill. And yes, I do know that this is pretty dang poorly named, but anyways, this skill just allows you to build up some stacks during Excavation. kind of like the fishing mini game, or for netcasting or green thumb, you need 5 essences of vigor to start your green thumb activation. But this is for archaeological senses, right? So you get movement speed, and after you get all 5 stacks, you get to enter a mini game, right? So I'm going to show you guys what that looks like in a second. I'm going to pick up my 5th stack here, as long as I do it within the time limit. And that's it, I'm at 5, so now I can get my mini game, right? So one thing you guys do want to make a note of, though, is try getting yourself a tool that has the minigame difficulty decrease skill on it, because it makes it so much easier to get all 3 bars, and therefore better and more excavation material, right? So I'm gonna try and show you guys what that looks like right now. Oops, that's not what I wanted it to do. I want it to look for something that I can excavate. Alright, so as soon as I get this relic right here, I already have my 5 stacks. I should enter the minigame, so I'm going to equip the one I already did with the minigame difficulty decrease and start. And basically you just want to hit all 3 bars, right? So I usually wait between those 2, they were pretty close together, so I'll just choose one to go for. And I usually go to, I usually go to the ones that are bigger first. That way I almost always at least hit the 2 out of 3, if not all 3. So last and probably least, at level 30 you unlock Sniffer Dog. I don't really use this skill that often, as I basically already memorized where the relics spawn and have my own rotation, as you probably will when you reach level 30. But one thing to note is it does give you increased rare material drop rate, which would be the Kaldar or Areha relics, right? So if you guys are bottlenecked on those items, then I suggest you activate it. But all it does basically is just, you know, sniff out the relic spot, and it tells you where to dig. So you don't really have to activate your sonar, but I just use sonar anyway. So it already went here, and it's going to tell me, okay, dig here. And I don't have to reactivate it, we'll just keep walking, and then it'll activate again when it gets to the next spot. I'm going to put this on just so you guys know approximately when it'll get that heads up. Here you go. And it's going to take me right to the spot. I was really pleased at how well the TLDR section in my last video got integrated into it. I believe that it was a great addition to the video, so I'm going to try and keep that type of trend going. In short, here are our key... In short, here are our key takeaways from today's guide. At level 1, to excavate, only skills that are needed are sonar and relic search. Sonar to locate, relic search to reveal the relic so you can excavate it. At level 10, Loot Hunter skill is where the potential gold gain increases significantly, so you always want to make sure that you look around for those chest indicators after you excavate a relic, so you don't lose out on those relic chests. At level 20, the Excavation skill, which basically is the minigame, is similar to the green thumb or netcasting, right? So this will increase your material gain significantly if you can hit all 3 bars in the minigame consistently. To make sure you hit those consistently, you want to make sure that you have a designated tool specifically for the minigame. So that tool has to have the minigame difficulty decrease stat. And at level 30, you have Sniffer Dog, and that skill is pretty much useless in my opinion. I don't think it's worth the extra life energy that it costs whenever you excavate and Sniffer Dog is active. Excavation already takes a ton of life energy per action when compared to other life skills, so I just don't think it's worth it. And that does it for today's video. Quick sneak peek into the next video. I just finished crafting and running another 200 Punica maps so I can test out the accuracy of the results from our last video, and man did it surprise me. Again, thank you guys so much for your support on my last video. Don't forget to like the video, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.